I wanted to just come over here and talk about how important it is to trust yourself. Your intuition is what spirit is telling you directly, right? Those gut feelings, those little nudges towards what we're supposed to be doing, right? But you get into this state of understanding your intuition through meditation. And meditation is easier than you think. It's not this kind of ritualistic, oh, I have to do things a specific way. I have to empty my mind. I have to do that. You don't have to do all of that. It's a highly personal ritual. You know, there's nothing wrong with rituals, but when you, like dogmas, where you have to do this one thing this particular way, it's not like that. And most of life is not like that. You cultivate these things yourself by taking and using what resonates with you. So when you meditate, you're tapping into the listening aspect of you. And you're not listening with just your ears or just your mind. You're listening with your whole body. You're listening with your being, your essence, right? In a sense, you're kind of like figuring out what you taste like, right? That's how it seems like, right? Because when you determine your own energy and you can start to decipher other people's energy, it's like different flavors of energy, you know? So you kind of can sense what is yours and what is not yours. You kind of got to feast on your energy. You have to understand it. You have to get the full essence, the full picture, the full frame of it, right? But through meditation, through tapping out of all the other energies to tap into your own. You're listening to you. You're listening to what is speaking to you. You know what I'm saying? So you're listening to how you feel. You're listening to spirit speaking to you, but it's through you. Like when you get silent, and this is why they talk about always like, you know, shutting off your senses or making your mind still. It's more than just that. The point is to tap into you. You know what I'm saying? So you're tapping out of the world in order to tap into you. Not that you and the world are completely separate, but you're tapping out of this reality to tap into the true reality of who you are. So whether that comes about by you running, right, and you're kind of like in this hyper-aware state, or if you're meditating in the traditional way, where you're seated and you know you clear your mind, or if you multitask and that's a way for you to zone out, or if you paint or draw, all these things are meditation, and they're ways for you to get in touch with you. You know what I'm saying? So the most important thing is you listening to you. Most of the time, we are plugged in. And we're given outside suggestions constantly while being in a trance state. How many times have we been watching something and we lose track of time and we lose track of where we are? You know, we can even be outside doing something, just like me outside. I'm sitting here walking and I'm not focused on my walking because I'm in a trance state of listening to what I'm listening to on my phone. It happens to us constantly. And when we're in this state, we're susceptible to suggestion, right? And this is called brainwashing. And I'm not trying to be dramatic, like, oh, this is a diabolical force that's coming up and they're trying to take your mind. No, well, kind of. Pretty much, yeah, but it's not that scary. And it's not anything that we can't overcome. What I'm saying is that we're brainwashed all the time. We're programmed all the time. We're made to be sheeple, in a sense, because we're in a state where we can be herded, you know, because of the power of suggestion. For example, sometimes I watch readings online, right? And I was just looking at a reading, like a tarot card reading. And sometimes they resonate with me, right? But sometimes they don't. And even when they sound good, right? Even certain things that sound good may not be the right advice for you, right? So I was sitting here listening. And it wasn't like the reader was saying anything bad, right? But I'm listening and I'm kind of taking it in. And I'm realizing it's not really resonating with me. You know, she's not saying anything bad or anything like that. It's kind of like uplifting or whatever. But it's not my message, even though that was the one I resonated with when choosing, right? It's not my message. So after I finished listening to it, I'm just like, hold on. I'm stopping and questioning myself, right? Questioning if that was the right message, but realizing that it's adding to my confusion. It's adding more confusion to the mix rather than making things clearer. And then I'm saying to myself, okay, maybe you're watching too many of these, right? Maybe I got sucked into the suggestion where I like watching these things, but I've kind of taken it too seriously, right? Because instead of just knowing right then and there, okay, this don't resonate with me that much, I'm considering it as if it has something to do with my personal intuition, like, and it doesn't. And it's just like, okay, now you got to realize, Angie, all right, pull back, stop watching these things all the time. Disconnect and take some more time to meditate, right? Take some more time out to sit back and listen to yourself and follow your own intuition, because you really don't need that. That was a extra, that was a bonus on top. But if it's not resonating with you, don't take it to heart, you know? Don't let something that is not you sway you in any type of way. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a simple example. But what I'm saying is that it's really that important to get to know yourself, get to know spirit on a level where you know when spirit is talking to you, and you can tune out the outside world and realize that the way spirit is talking to you and what the messages that are coming in are valid, right? You trust yourself enough, you trust your connection with spirit enough to know that the messages you get in is valid. That's that blind faith. And what the rest of the world is saying to you may not be for you, or it may be for you. It depends, right, on how it resonates with you. But that's the factor right there. You are the main factor, right? You are determining by how you feel. And I'm not saying don't trust anybody ever, right? What I'm saying is when you ask for clarity, when you ask to make things clear for yourself, make sure it resonates with you. That's your confirmation right there, not who it's coming from or what you've listened to before. what it comes down to is, does it sit right for you, right? And when you begin to trust yourself, that muscle gets stronger of you holding tight to the truth, right? That truth muscle gets stronger, that you can rely on you. You know what I'm saying? That spirit is speaking to you and through you, and you rely on yourself. You know what I'm saying? You are not anybody's sheep. You are not anybody's victim. You are not a plaything. You rely on yourself. You have the strength to determine what is right for you, right? You are the only one that can determine what is right for you. You don't have to lean on anybody. You don't have to lean on other things that people, on the things that people say, you know? And don't put anybody on a pedestal over what God is directly speaking to you, right? Their word is not more or worth more than your word just because they're famous or they're on TV or they're this or they're that. No, don't put anybody on a pedestal, for real. But don't put anybody's word above the word that God is speaking to you. And the messages that are for you, no matter who it comes from, you know what I'm saying? Because messages do come through people, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying write off people altogether. I'm saying make sure that message resonates with you. Make sure that what is being said to you is for you, right? Because that's what's for you. What's not for you is not going to resonate with you, and it's simple as that. But the meditation helps to get to know you, right? And get to know how you feel and how to feel that resonance, right? How to feel it within you and how to feel spirit speaking to you and how to understand the difference between who's speaking to you and what resonates with you and what doesn't resonate with you. You know what I'm saying?